Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. So for today I'm super excited because I'm going to be ranking all the eyeshadow palettes that I tried in the month of August. So if you like rankings, eyeshadow palettes, then please make sure you are subscribed before leaving today, and we're just going to jump into it. So in August I tried 6 new eyeshadow palettes, and they're all, the formulation, they could all be ranked number one. This is just purely ranking based off my personal preference because this ranking would be impossible. It's just every month it's like so difficult because all the palettes are for the most part amazing. So number 6, this is the Bella Beauté Bar Best Mattes palette. This was a collaboration with Ellie Starr and Brittany Huffman. I've already rearranged mine. It's magnetic, it's huge, but man, the formula of their mattes are really nice. I needed a big palette where I could curate my own color stories and also have like a staple colorful palette because I'm a neutral lover, and this palette it's really handy whenever I need a fun pop that I don't have in other palettes. Okay, so number 5 goes to the Pastel Garden palette from Bella Beauté Bar. I definitely hauled a lot of their palettes, and this one right here is large and it is so beautiful. I do not have any pastels in my collection, so I really went for it because I've been wanting this one for so long, and I was scared that next year maybe it wouldn't come back or they would change it, and I had to have it. These shimmers are so beautiful, sparkly, shifty, just lovely. And as far as the pastel formulation, they're honestly really pigmented. They don't blend away. It's like you actually get what you see in the pan, and that's what I love. You would think there's lots of I would say similar, not similar, the same shades, but they're not. They're very similar, but they're different. They are different enough to where I could justify getting this huge palette, and I'm so happy. For several different reasons, this palette has a very special place in my heart, so I'm so happy that I finally have it. And coming in at number 4, this one is from Glaminatrix. This one is actually the first palette they ever sent to me, and I love it. So it's extra special to me. But as far as the shimmers go, they are so beautiful, sparkly, shifty. They have it all, and the mattes in here are really nice. Now I will say a mixed, like, there's such a large contrast right here where sometimes I will go into a different palette for like a mid-tone brown to help me blend or something, but the formula all around is very nice, and I feel inspired when I see this palette. Glaminatrix, they always, I would say, have very unique color stories. Like when I open this palette, this is not what I expected to see, and I absolutely love that. They always challenge me to step out of my comfort zone, really think about looks, but the formula is always there. I will say this isn't my tippity top favorite formula from them. I much prefer the Into the Night palette. That one just knocked my socks off. But anyways, I'm just so grateful that they sent this over to me, and I love that you have neutral tones and you can put these fun pops on your lid or keep it pastel. It's such a nice palette, and the packaging, guys, I freaking love it. So coming in at number 3, this is from Natasha Denona. This is the I Need a Nude palette. I was going to rank this much lower, but honestly, I use this one so much, so I had to like be fair with the palette, you know? And I would say that this is like my comfort zone palette. I'm not completely in love with these shimmers. I much prefer the Yucca palette shimmers. Those are very sparkly. They have different reflex in there as far as colors go. They almost look shifty in a way. These are very, you see what you get. I'm not obsessed with the wet formula. Like, it's fun. This is a very everyday wearable, beginner friendly palette, or you know, whoever can wear this palette. It's just so easy to blend, and I reach for this all the time if I'm running errands, if I need to be out the door super quick and I need a palette that I can count on that is just super easy, blendable, and beautiful. This is what I'm going to go for. So I had to give it a little bit of a higher ranking and not just throw it at the bottom because it's kind of boring, but it's beautiful. So yeah, I would say that you could probably get this palette on sale because, you know, we're going into like I would say like Black Friday holiday. It's crazy because it's September, but y'all know Sephora, Ulta, Natasha Denona, Beautylish, they have sales all the time, so you could probably get this at a good price. But formulation is amazing. It's just, it's boring, but I use it all the time. Like, I have to be true and honest with y'all. Yes, I love multi-chromes, but also I'm not always wanting a shifty shade on my lid. Sometimes I'm just wanting a basic shade, and that palette, guys, I can't deny it. I wear it all the time. So coming at number 2, this is the Nightshade palette. This one was sent to me. This is from Gourmand Cosmetics. I thought this was their Halloween palette, but it turns out it's not. We actually get a Halloween palette, and we got this one. So this is the Nightshade. I kind of like Glaminatrix. When I opened, I was like, whoa, I did not expect to see this color story at all. Obviously, I expected purple, but like the green with the poppy yellow, there's something so unique to my collection about this color story and the overall looks that I create from it. August, I would say, I wore makeup up almost every single day because of how inspired all these palettes you see in this ranking. They all inspired me. There were no duds, and I am obsessed with this formula. It's amazing. I feel like every year, not every year, every palette that they create, the formula just gets better. I love the mattes. They're so easy, and the shimmers are very soft and very, I don't know, they just glide on. They're shifty. I just love the sparkle, and they're very unique whenever you start doing different color combos. This is a very underrated palette in my collection, and I'm going to use it more. It's very unique, and they did a magical thing. This was a collaboration with Doodles by the Bunny. I did want to note that, and they always create magic together. So coming in at number 1, this is the one that I have on my eyes today. This is the Bella Beauty Bar. This is the Sun and the Sea palette. Okay, this is like a wearable mermaid palette. It's not like a traditional rainbow mermaid palette. I love it. I love that you get these browns. It's a little repetitive and the blues, but it's still beautiful nonetheless. I'm a neutral lover, so I'm not going to complain, but there is a little bit of repetition. But let's talk about the shimmers. Holy freaking moly. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. I love this palette so, so much. I love these fiery multi-chromes. I love that we get some cool tones, the purple. These two more iridescent shades right here are so beautiful. I'm wearing one of them on my inner corner today. Other than the Natasha Denona, this one right here, I could not stop reaching for it, and every single time I create a look, it has my heart. So this one, I knew without a doubt this was going to be my number 1 palette, and the packaging, like, are you kidding me? It looks absolutely beautiful. And their new Basic Witch palette is just, it's about to launch, and it looks so dang pretty. So guys, those are my 6 new palettes that I have been loving and testing and trying for you all. Now, honey, I test my palettes. I use every single shade in all the palettes before I rank them. I've created so many looks with these palettes, and they're all so good. Please let me know some palettes that you've been loving, or maybe some that have been catching your eye. I've also wanted to, this isn't like a palette, but these are from Devinah Cosmetics. I guess they are palettes, but Mystic Cove and Sea of Shadows. I've been wearing these constantly, mixing and matching with these palettes, so I did want to also shout that out. But please let me know what palettes you're reaching for, what are catching your eye, what have you been loving, new or old, shop your stash. I still want to hear about it. But that's going to do it for today's video. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are healthy, happy, and safe. Stay beautiful. Bye, guys.
Yeah.